Hi, and welcome to today's video about the Transkribus document editor. In the last video, we had a closer look at how you can organize your documents and how you can run an automatic text recognition. Today, we will look at the Transkribus document editor. There you can edit the layout as well as the text of your documents. To use the editor, simply click on the page you want to work with. Now you can see the layout editor on the left and the text editor on the right. On the sides, you have menu sidebars. Let's increase the font size a little bit. Here you can also add lines and text regions. The text region is a box that encloses the text in the image, and the lines is the most important reference point for text recognition. It's a polyline that runs along the bottom of the handwritten text. In the layout editor, you can modify and edit the layout of your documents. If you want to change the region, for example, select the region and press Shift on your keyboard. Now you can make the region smaller or, of course, also bigger. You can also add regions. Let's add one here. Now you can see we have two regions. If you want to split the regions, for example, horizontally or vertically, just select the region again, press H to split it horizontally. Here you can see the horizontal line, click on where you want to split it, and now we have three regions. You can also split it vertically, press V on the keyboard. In this case it's not necessary, but let's say you have two columns of text, then you should be able to split it vertically. In the layout editor, you can also assign tags, structural tags to be exact. You can do that by selecting the region again and then clicking right on the region. Now you can assign the structure type. Let's assign paragraph here. This is quite useful if you work with a different layout, for example, with a newspaper and you want to assign headings, paragraphs, and other different structural tags. If you want to do more editing in your layout editor, you can also click on the three dots here and have a helpful list of keyboard shortcuts with some information on what else you can do. Create a text line, create a region, also how you can merge elements, for example, again, how we can split them, and other very useful shortcuts. Moving to the right, we have the text editor. Let's zoom in a bit and increase the font size. Now we can see better. Sometimes when using a public model, the text recognition might not be exact since the public models are not trained on the specific handwriting that we're working on. So some mistakes can definitely sneak in. Of course, there might be spelling mistakes in the text, but again, here you can really correct the transcription and match it to what you read in the image. You can not only correct the mistakes in the text, but also, for example, if the transcription switched the lines around, open the layout tree and the region you're working on, and you can drag and drop the lines in the correct order. Now here, all the lines are already in correct order, but you can see how they switch around in the text editor. Similar to the layout editor, here you can also assign tags. To assign the textual tags to the transcription, you need to activate the tagging option. Do so by clicking on this icon here. You can see that it's now blue with a light shadow. This means that it's activated and you can now start tagging it. So here, for example, let's say this is a place, but there is no place suggested here as a tag. We can move to tag settings. And if we scroll down or if we go down, we can see that we can enable place as a tag. It immediately appeared here in this list. You can select it, and as you can see with the color, it's been already tagged as place. In both the layout editor and the text editor, you can assign tags. Textual tags for the transcription and structural tags for the regions. Now, what are these tags useful for? The structural tags help identify different formatting, for example, titles, paragraphs, or headings. This helps to define the structure of the documents that you're working with. The textual tags label specific textual elements like dates, people, or places. This is useful when you want to build a database, and it is also helpful to provide some context. To keep it short, tags serve as labels or markers for specific elements within your image or your transcription. As you can see, the document editor comes with a preset. As you can see, the document editor has a default layout, but at the bottom right, you can choose how the editor itself is displayed. So you can switch from column view to row view and back. Personally, I prefer this one, so I'll just keep it like that for now. Underneath here, the settings button is also really nice. Here you can choose how the text is displayed, for example, also move it to the center or right. You also have options on how you want the image to be shown. Maybe let's zoom in the image a little bit so we can see this better. Open the settings again. You can choose, for example, to show the baselines. You see the blue lines here, or not show the baselines. You can also change the label size. Let's move this up here. You can see that immediately the label size got bigger. If the default colors don't provide enough contrast, you can also switch that up. Let's make the line color red, for example, and also a little bit thicker. So now we really can see the difference better between the paper and the lines. So this is really where you can try some settings and see how you can make the editor work best for you and what your preferences are in how you want to display the image, the regions, and also the transcription. Now, the final thing to do after you have edited your transcription, and if you're happy with the transcription, is to save your progress. Simply click on Save, and we can see that instead of 8 unsaved changes, we now have 0. If you are still working on this document, you can keep the status on in progress. If you're done and you have already finished and double-checked the transcription, you can also edit and change the status here. If you're not satisfied with the transcription and you want to go back, you also have the option to click on version history and view the past versions of your transcription. Now let's say I'm done with the transcription, I'm happy with it, it's finished, and I want to export it. How do I do that? If you're in the editor and you only want to export this one page, click on the 3 dots and move to export. So click on export, and here you can see the different options for download. If you want to export more than one page, let's click on save and go back to all the pages. Select the pages you want exported. Click on the 3 dots here, go to export, and now you have again the export options. These can differ depending on the type of subscription you have. Choose what you want and click on Start Export. You will then receive the pages via email. We hope that this short video has helped you to better understand how you can edit the layout and text of your documents. If you have further questions, please take a look at our help center and subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and let's keep unlocking the written past.